to 7, and we are up, and we've been up for probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We've already got water on the gravity filter, which I'll talk about in a second. We've grabbed the food bag, and I've gone through and pulled out everything we're going to need for the day, for lunch and breakfast. And we're trying to start a fire to keep the bugs down. They're still ridiculous. That's the word of the day. Ridiculous bugs. So we're just trying to start a fire, get some heat so we can eat in peace, so we don't have to eat underneath the bug net. So last night we stayed under the bug net for probably a couple hours. It actually worked really well. Like, there was a couple in there, I think, from us bringing them in on our clothes when we slithered in, but for the most part it kept the thousands of other bugs out, and we were able to eat in peace and have tea and just shoot some time away in there. So that was good. That was money well spent. And then this the MSR gravity filter that I bought, like, bugs, it's amazing. So you fill it up and then you just do this with it. We've pumped countless bags of water with this thing this trip already. No effort. It's beautiful. Very happy with this purchase. Time to get some breakfast. Alright, it's 10 to 9 and we are completely packed up, ready to go. So we got quite a day today. I'll take a peek at the map here and show you where we traveled yesterday and where we're attempting to get to today. Alright, so yesterday, 2 nights ago, we stayed on Club Lake on this campsite here. So yesterday we did the 610 into Mouse Lake. Really it should be Mosquito Lake. It was very buggy. It's the theme of the trip though. So then we did a 1705 into Mink Creek to Big Thunder. We ate lunch on Big Thunder. It was quite nice. The wind was coming from this direction, so we had a pretty nice lunch. We did the 1495 into Arables. From Arables we paddled down, did 660 into Maple Creek, 90 into Maple Creek, then we did a 695 into Scoose. We stayed on Scoose for about an hour, maybe a bit longer, hydrated, had some whiskey, whatnot, and then we did the 450 into Little Nadine, which it is absolutely uphill, and then it just planes out at the end. Little Nadine, this is where I went into the quicksand bit there. Little Nadine, he just paddled across it in 2 minutes. And then Heart Attack Hill, the 955, took us an hour and a half to double carry it, and it was horrible. Buggy, very steep. It was devastating. So then we are camped right here. A lot of poison ivy, a ton, and very buggy. So it worked out. It was not bad. Be nicer in the fall or late summer, but very buggy. Alright, so today we have the 700 into Osler. We're going to paddle down the shore. Then we have an 1830 into Nadine. And then we have a 1410 into the Nipissing. So once we hit the Nipissing, it's going to be shoes off, party boat kind of attitude, because we really don't have to do much for like 4 hours until we get to this spot here. Then we're probably going to have lunch, depending on how quickly we can crush through all this. We can either eat while we're paddling, but we're probably going to stop here because we're going to want to stretch our back. And then you can't really tell it's off the map, but it gets into, you paddle for a bit, several portages into the Pearly Dam section, and that's where we're going to be staying tonight. Okay, 9:30, completed the first portage of the day, and you are now looking at Osler Lake. Not huge, but looks to be a pretty sweet little lake. And we came from back over here. Ready to go. 10 a.m. We are across Osler. We're about to do the, I think it's 1805 portage into Nadine. Ryan?
It's gonna be fun.
Ryan's all ready to go. Bugs are buzzing. I've just doped up. I'm not getting the bug net on. It's way too hot for the bug net. Alright, it is 10:50. I want to say, so I think that was 50 minutes. We stopped like 2 or 3 times. It's a heck of a portage too. It's uphill for 2/3. So we took a couple stops on that. And then the downhill's easy. It's like a third, and we crushed it. Anyway, the bugs are horrible, so we're going to get in the middle of the lake and then take a break. 11:22, and we're on the Nadine to Nipissing River. It starts with a pretty steep uphill, and then I think it goes downhill the whole way. So, we're happy. Happy, happy, happy. It, as you can see, got the food bag and my bag, but that's not going to bring me down. As soon as we get to the Nipissing, it's just lazy river. Lazy river the whole way. A couple little portages, little bangers, no big deal. We stopped to eat something on the other side of this. There's a spring. So we're going to try and get some fresh water because I don't really want to drink what's in the Nipissing, moving slowly. But we're doing it. Alright, 11:47. Ryan?
Made it. The easy part starts now.
11:47. This is the Nipissing. We've paddled this before. We've passed this campsite before. Not a bad campsite. Like, bugs are bad, but they're always bad here. No shortage of wood. There's tons of fall down, like every portage here. You can see it. It's everywhere. But it'd be bad for hammocks, but not bad for a tent. So we're going to go now to, it's on the map, just 75 meters back up the trail we came. There's some running water, and there should be a spring. So we're going to take our water jugs and our Nalgene bottles and go fill up. Get ready for the next long haul. I've been stubbing my toe repeatedly all weekend. I think just being in the wet boots all the time, not good. And then I've stubbed it a couple times here, so I'm looking forward. When we get in the boat here, it's like hours from now before we get to the next campsite. So take my boots off and dry my feet out and just give them a break. So, alright, so it's 1 o'clock and we just got on the Nipissing. We stopped for a bit, and there was actually we saw 2 people. So we stopped at the campsite on the end of the Nadine portage. We were just gravity filtering water, and they were coming in, going into Nadine. So we talked to them for a bit. We shared some of our water, and they, thank God, had an extra bottle of sunscreen. So we lathered up because it is quite sunny, and we are hitting the Nipissing and having the lazy paddle for probably the next 3.5 hours. So we would have been fried if we didn't. So thank you. We don't know their names. We forgot to ask. Their dog is Bandit. We are going to call the lady Nadine and the gentleman Rob for Robertson Lake, where they came from earlier today. So I don't know who you are, but
just finished a 2-hour paddle on the Nipissing. We started at 1, it's now coming up to 3. It's been good so far. Wind's at our back, sun's away. Current's actually pretty strong. Just a gorgeous day. Taking a stop right now so Evan can relieve some stress. And this campsite is actually pretty sweet. Tons of open space, cut out benches. They even have a little makeshift table. Great for hammocks in the back. Tents you can go around. The only problem with it is that the actual pit isn't much of a pit at all. But besides that, it's pretty fucking sweet. So we'll probably be going to the next portage very soon. Rest, get some water here. Show on the map. We started here. We met up with people, came out, and 2 hours later come through all the squiggly, and we made it right here. Long Marsh. Then we're going to come out, and this will be the fourth portage. Fortunately, that's as far as the map will go. Small little 360. Portages from here on out are easy. We'll bang them out quickly. And we might just end up making it farther. Maybe even to the mouth of Cedar. Depends how we feel. But yeah, it's a good time so far.
Hey everybody, 3:49, and we are at the first portage on the Nipissing River. It's 3:45, and I know it looks glorious, but just had a thunderstorm roll through. You can see the remnants of the clouds, but it was hot and heavy. So it came, poured for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and in the distance we saw some lightning. You know, 8 seconds later we heard the thunder, so we were okay that way. But now it's humid and dead calm. So we had a thought earlier with the wind behind us on the Nipissing, kind of like a storm wind, gusty, and sure enough, there was a storm. Four o'clock, and we are at the other end of the 3:45 portage, and that is actually a really nice campsite. Right beside a little swift. Pretty nice campsite. Alright. There's another one here. Doesn't look as nice at all. But there are 2 Canada geese. Alright. Down the river we go. 4:04, and we just put in after the 175 portage, and this is what we went around. Just a little guy, but this is pretty much what you get on the Nipissing. You get little rollers, not much. If I didn't have such a fragile boat, you could probably shoot some of these, especially in the high water, but alas, we do not have a robust boat.
Hello everyone. It's coming up to 3:40 right now. We just finished the last portage of the day. Small little 240. Evan told me to come up ahead, so I crushed it. Last time we did the Nipissing trip, we came here. We got rained out first day, wind bound a couple times, and traveled down the Nipissing 4 hours of pure rain. So it's a lot better this time. It is a nice campsite, better for tented areas, tons of flat space. We use hammocks, put them in the back, but great bench, great fireplace, very open, tons of good fishing right off the rapids.
Alright, it's 10 to 5, and Ryan has made the executive decision that we are not staying at the campsite we were thinking of. I think Ryan did a video on the campsite. So we're pushing on past Moose Lake, and I just want to take a quick video of the bottom. I don't even know what they call this something. Rolling Dam is what the map says. So I just want to get a quick little view of that. So there's a bald eagle. Sitting right there. Looking, I'll zoom out. We're basically directly below bald eagle. Currently. Alright everyone, 6:15, and we've made it to our campsite. I'll show you on the map later what our day was and where we are. We're just pretty steep hill, one of the last campsites on the Nipissing. We just got here, just unpacking, putting bug dope on. There is a breeze in this direction, which is kind of nice, but the bugs are still pretty hairy. So hill up from the water, it's like 20-30 feet, pretty much straight uphill. And then this is the campsite. There's not much to it. Thunderbox is in that direction, and really the back of the campsite is right here. And like I showed you, there's the fire pit. There's a trail off this way. I don't really know what's down there yet. Maybe another tent pad, but you could probably fit a couple tents right here. But we are going to be setting up our hammocks in that general direction. Hey everyone, it is 7:15, so we are pretty much fully set up now. Gravity filtered water. We have our bug destroying fire plus wood ready to go for tonight, trying to stave off the bugs. We just got a bunch of random gear here, and our hammocks are, you might be able to see mine, yeah, right there through the trees. We've also, we used it last night, but so we've set up our bug shelter in the event that this fire doesn't work and they're driving us insane. We can always step over into the office. So today, my daily update. So we camped last night right here on Little Osler. So today we did the 700, which had a bit of uphill right off the bat, and then planed out quite nicely. So then we paddled Osler. This one here, so Nadine into Osler, it is pretty much uphill to here, and then decently downhill. So we tried to find the spring, couldn't find it. We didn't look too hard, but we couldn't find it. Okay, where did we go here? Sorry, I had to slap a bug. So from Nadine, this portage is pretty easy. From Nadine into the Nipissing. We also couldn't find the spring at the end of that. Well, we found like runoff, but I don't think there's a pipe or anything. So then the rest of the afternoon we paddled all the way to here, stopped, stretched our legs, got some water, whatnot, and then we have now pushed through all the way through these rapids, all the way down. This campsite is god awful, down through Moose. We are now here. So we were supposed to stay here, but because we were like a lake ahead, we pushed on past the campsite we were supposed to stay at, and we are now here, and all we have to do is get to Cedar tomorrow. So we've set ourselves up nicely. We can be out of here in an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. Gonna be good. Bye.
Hello everyone, how's it going? Coming down to the end of night 3. Everything's looking so good so far. Bugs are a little bad, but got fire going. Keep everything nice and clean. Tomorrow we'll be out of here. It's been a lot of work, but very worth it. Camping, the way we do it at least, is a lot of hard work. Paddling, portaging, an excessive amount. But at the same time, it's very satisfying. Still get to see how much your body can do. And then it's an achievement. So, the nights here are short, but well deserved and very worth it. Have a good night and do it all again the next morning. Tomorrow will be a blast though. Probably 2.5 hours out. It's not that bad. Try to hammer it as fast as we can. Get out and get some greasy food. It's going to be so delicious. And showering. So sweaty these last 3 days. It's ridiculous. But bugs are crawling all over the place, so I'll let you go. Enjoy.
Well guys, 9:05 p.m. The last of our wood is dying down. We are into the whiskey pretty hard. So we've drank all the pop, all the whiskey, all the snacks. We still have breakfast and, you know, some extra oatmeal and meals like that, but we pretty much consumed everything we needed to. I believe we have lunches for tomorrow, but we shouldn't need them. The plan is wake up for 6, try and be on the water by 7, out at Brent by 9-ish. If we could be back to the highway by 10, we're going to try and go to Pembroke and maybe have some Boston pizza or something, and then I got to be home by 5. So that's the plan. We're enjoying our night. Gonna get a photo of that. Ryan's sipping. Maybe I'll have one. Mine's a little stiff. We had more whiskey than we had pop tonight. Ooh, that's stiff. The fire's been good. Kept the bugs off. It's been a great trip. We crushed a lot of miles. This is the biggest 4-day trip we've ever taken. Ryan was a trooper. Never really complained. We just put our heads down and tried to get as far as we could. We didn't always camp on the campsites we had booked, but that's purely selfish. We're basically trying to get out of here as fast as possible on Monday, tomorrow. So the plan was always try and be ahead if we could, and we did. We were supposed to stay on Little Osler. That's the only campsite I guess technically this campsite is Plumb Creek Junction, which is what we're reserved for, but we didn't think we'd be this far towards Cedar. But anyway, we are just finishing up the wood, whiskey, got the bear bag hung, or the rope thrown. We will hang the bear bag shortly, and then bed, early bed. I have no regrets about going to bed pretty much with the sun. Great trip. I'd like to thank Ryan for coming. Made it possible. Could not do this solo. Would not want to. Anyway, have a good night.